by far my favorite exhibit in the entire museum because it's so mind bending. Because, okay, now I'm like upside down, and that doesn't it look like it's got some depth? Like you could reach out and there's more of it? But look at this bullshit. What the fuck? What? And then watch, we'll go back. And it's like a portal, man. How does that. How is that even making sense? And then it comes out here. Watch, we'll go all the way around. I'm telling you. It's concerning me. I can't totally figure out like what is happening here. And I almost don't want to because I love this magic of this illusion. Like what the fuck? What? I mean, what even is life when this is happening? Like how can I care about anything in the universe when this is occurring before my eyes? Like my eyes are not matching reality, and I'm not even on drugs. And it's what? I don't know why I like this orb so much, and it's not just because you see my number one favorite thing back there. It's something about it is like I feel like a moth being pulled to a light, and I don't know. I don't know why this is happening to me. Why do I feel this way? Just like magnetically. I don't know. Do you feel what I feel? I don't know. It's like making me worried. Like, oh my god, I'm also very drawn to this. Several things are very agreeable to me. First of all, the lines in the back from the blinds when they come with the couch, and then the couch has those patterned lines which then follow to her dress, which is also a patterned dress, and the flow of the dress to the floor, and then you see it flows through her legs. Like there's just a line of motion that's created from the top of the image to the bottom that flows nicely to this corner point. And in addition to that, her expression, I find it intriguing. Like she's obviously looking at something good. What are you peeping? What's I want to know more about it. What's good over there? Oh, that's a really cool sketch art. But what if we zoom out and I told you we're in an entire alleyway of sketch art? Like what? And what if I told you it kept going to not just one store or two stores, but many stores? And this whole thing is all the sketch art. What? Is this not blowing your mind? Is your mind not freaking blown all over the goddamn room? Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Are you looking at it? Are you looking at how fucking cool that is? Oh my god. I think what's most impressive about this are the small details that you might miss if you weren't looking for them. And like even when you zoom into that, these tiny pieces of wood, you can see they have like so much character, and they have like little nails. There's a little nail sticking out of one, and it's like almost suspended in time in an enjoyable way. It reminds me of Inception also. Wow. Another reason I like this artist is because by putting so much additional detail in the eyes, it really forces you to make eye contact with the art. And in that way, it almost changes. He's almost directing how the observer consumes this media. I find that very interesting. So this guy, Mr. London, broke up, or it doesn't even say broke up, it says had heartbreak, which I'm not going to put blame on either side of the relationship, but breaks up with his girlfriend, has a breakup, heart's in agony, goes to the alleyway, sets up his VHS camcorder, brings out the motherfucking katana, and begins practicing the ancient art of the samurai sword. And I am so enthralled with this, let alone connect to what this guy is going through. Like, have you ever just felt like, fuck it, I'm going out and I'm samurai sword in the goddamn alleyway because that's where I'm at right now? I'd like, I mean, I just, do you not see it? Here he goes, boop. go. Every time I get out my lighter microphone, the security looks at me. It's incredibly like meta. Like each little tiny thing is a miniature version of the whole thing, and it makes a continuous loop around itself. Do you see how impressive this is? I hope you do, because it's astounding to me. This is really interesting, not because it's particularly aesthetic, but just because of how unique the challenge is to not become repetitious when creating an artistic piece like this. That's really difficult. My mind would end up wanting to make a bunch of patterns, so unless I predetermined the entire pattern, I would end up making similar patterns. Maybe you do see a pattern in this and I don't. That would be cool if you did and I didn't. Wow, so many interesting things. This is by Matt McGee. Oh, I like that even more now that it's by Matt McGee. Whoa, my God. Do you see how they're all tattooed like that? Look how cool that is. My mom thinks that it will look bad when he's old, but I think it's fucking cool as shit. Look at that. Look at both hands. Here's what's wild. This image by Acromano is talking about the space between poverty and middle class, and it's a pretty good image, right? Like, look at that. And the crude images represent external forces that are trying to damage the middle class and working poor, and it's in the J.P. Morgan Chase lobby. That's even another layer of art. I mean, that's pretty deep. Take a gander, friend. This is what I imagined paradise would be like when I was like probably ages 7 to 12, because this is every single outfit, every single accessory, every single gun, and it's incredible. The completion of it, the organization of it, just a delight. So this one is called Every Household's Door to Heaven, and this means very little to me as an outsider, and it's even hard to really figure out what's happening, but like, this is someone's trauma on paper. Like, it's obvious to me that whatever they experienced as a child, this is how it came out of them, and it's incredibly interesting to see how other people's trauma expresses itself. Like, that's what it looks like. Whatever bad shit this guy went through, that's how it comes out of him. What does it look like when it comes out of you? I like this one quite a bit also, because you just see how calmly she's sitting there and burning, seething in her kitchen, and she lit herself with this match. Pretty wild. This one's called Hot Headed by Devin. Pretty good, Devin. It's really interesting that something so simple can be so complex. I would classify this art as absurdism for several reasons. One, the main shape of the cloth is a square with hard edges, and the cutouts are all rounded shapes. And then the rounded shapes then create another square, hard edged shape. Isn't that so interesting? This is pretty fucking trippy. You see how it's like that? Are you seeing that? It's not supposed to be like that. There's all this cool art on the wall, art on the wall, art on the wall, art on the wall. Where's that? Boom! Hidden up there. What the fuck is that? Look at how fucking cool that is. It makes this shadow like that. I think that's what the art is. Like, it's looking like that. Pretty neato. Look at these things. Do they look slightly off to you? You're right. It's not just the mushrooms. It's made of wood, actually. None of this is what it appears to be. For example, that little clamp right there, that's like a dowel. That's not a little metal rod. That is in fact carved out of wood, as is that fake coffee can. Like, so is the amp, so is the book, so is the pillowcase, so is the vase. Isn't that like, what? Wild. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for coming to the museum with me. Just to make the experience complete, we went to the gift shop. A sticker is $2. Nice.